Welcome. My name is Angela Davis and I'm the 4am quilter. And today we're just going to talk a little bit. I'm going to show you some vintage things that I picked up at the thrift store. Some more vintage than others. And we're just going to have a nice conversation. I haven't caught up with you in a while. So I have my coffee. Do you have your coffee? Your hot tea? Are you awake? It's 4 o'clock. Oh, I started this video in the other room, so I'm going to cut to that real quickly. I had to switch rooms as I had to come in here and take the dog. So I'm going to cut to that real quick and show you what I was doing, and then I'll meet you back here. It is 4 in the morning on Tuesday, and I have the day off because of Veterans Day. So I need to get up early because I'm having some work done in the basement. I have to have some pipes replaced because of wear and long-term where there's a drip down there that needs to be taken care of. So I'm very fortunate. My handyman was able to come out today and that he's able to do this. He's an old friend of the family. It's the first week of November and the holidays are fast approaching. And while that's a good thing, it's sort of like can be bittersweet. The holidays for a lot of people can be a very difficult time, and we really try to enjoy our holiday, but my finances don't afford me the opportunity to always get my kids what I would like to get them. However, I always have something under the tree for them to open. I always have something under the tree for them to open. But this year is especially rough. And, you know, I know that, you know, when I have touched on my personal life, you know that my ex-husband and I are no longer together. And that's a good thing. And financially I'm on my own. So, and that's a good thing. But I'm turning 60 this year. And I've been in my house, which I'm very grateful for that I have. I was able to purchase it because when my ex-husband and I split, it was during COVID, and the interest rates were extremely low, and I was able to get financing. If I were to split with him now, no. I'd be in a little one-bedroom. I wouldn't be in a one-bedroom. I'd be in a one-room efficiency, and mentally that would have killed me. I was very fortunate that I was able to purchase my home. Now, my home is what's called a Cape Cod. It was built in 1950. Some people call them bungalows. The neighborhood here where I live was built during World War II. But I don't think the whole neighborhood was built at once. My sister's house is 2 doors down. I think hers was built in the late 1940s. Mine was built in 1950. But they're all basically the same style. The stairs run up the center. So behind this wall is the living room. And then in the back is the kitchen. And then there's 2 bedrooms. This front room, which is the original master bedroom, and then a little bedroom in the back, and that's my bedroom. The original owners to the house turned the closet to the back bedroom and made that a double wide closet, and that was their bedroom, and they made this the dining room. I think a lot of couples did that, you know, in this neighborhood. But I do have a nice size eating kitchen. I'm not going to show it to you because it's a mess. And then I have 2 bedrooms upstairs. And so I'm very grateful. But as I was saying, it's difficult. So I was doing a little bit of busy work. I got out my one bin that has just little, my scrappy Irish chain. I haven't touched this in months, and I did some cutting and some ironing to prep so that later on when the guys are here, I can sew a little bit. My daughters are taking the dog out of the house because the dog cannot be here with other people. We adopted her from a shelter. She had a horrible home life before us, so as a result, she attached herself to us, but doesn't do well with anyone else. Nobody can come visit. She will attack them. She's a little 9.5-pound Gorky. She's the sweetest little thing to us. But to everybody else, not so sweet. Poor little thing. Oh, she was so traumatized in her previous life, but she has a good life now. So this video is just a little catch-up video, and I wanted to show you some buttons that I got at the thrift store. Okay, I had to switch places. The dog was going up the stairs and bothering the girls, and it's too early for them to wake up, so I went ahead and got my coffee. But I thought I haven't done a good sit-down chat with you in a while, just to get you guys caught up. Didn't mean to be a Debbie Downer, but that's what was on my mind. Oh my goodness, she just burped. But I wanted to show you this button card that I found at the thrift store. Aren't those pretty? And I got them for 39 cents. I just thought they were so pretty. And I thought, I wanna, you know, show those to you. But I also got this book for $2.99. It's called The Quilter's Ultimate Visual Guide from A to Z, hundreds of tips and techniques for successful quilting. And it's literally set up like a dictionary. It starts with A and goes all the way to Z. And I've never seen a quilt book set up like this. This is published in 1997 by Rodale Press. The editor is Ellen Pahl, P-A-H-L. And there were many people that contributed to this book. And they start with, of course, applique. And then from there, in the A department, just to give you a flavor of how this book is set up, they go through the different types of applique. And then look at that, look at the illustration. Isn't that beautiful? And then they go to B, and they talk about backing. And then they go to basting. And then batting. Then they talk about bias press bars, binding, and other quilt finishes. anything under the letter B relating to quilting. And it goes on from A to Z. And it's really fascinating how the book is set up. And it's not necessarily, it gives you a lot of tips, a lot of tricks, a lot of basics. And I think, you know, it gives you some really nice, like this one's about floor frames. See the illustration there? They give you some really nice illustrations. And this one talks about presser foots and the different types of presser foots. They have nice photos. There's a lot of useful information in here. This one is about quilting under Q. Just some beautiful illustrations along with the tips and how-tos. Just a nice book. I've never seen a book set up like this, like a dictionary. You know, threads. Look at those illustrations. Just a nice, just a nice little book. Well, big book. It's heavy. But I did a couple craft shows. The first one, well, it wasn't a lot of traffic at that one. I made some good sales. I made 5 times the price of my spot to rent the spot, gross. So I ended up clearing 4 times the amount of my spot. So I cleared about $100. The last show I went to, my daughter was able to be there with me. Great vendors, great variety of vendors, nice people that I talked to, really nice. The place that hosted it were wonderful. Not a lot of foot traffic, and nobody was buying. So the difference between the two is the first one didn't get a lot of foot traffic, but people were buying. Very nice hostesses, you know, very nice vendors, good people. The second one, same thing, good people, wonderful hostesses who hosted the craft show, great vendors, nice variety. But the foot traffic, people were not buying. So I didn't even make money for my table. The next show I'm doing is going to be the very end of November, and it's going to be a big show. I've never done this one. It's at the Stambaugh Auditorium, which is downtown Youngstown, and Stambaugh Auditorium has been in our community for many, many years. It's a beautiful, beautiful auditorium. They have the main auditorium, and then they have separate rooms off of the main auditorium for smaller venues. They're going to have a tuba Christmas concert that day at the same time, so you're going to have people coming in to see the concert who also will come in early or stay late to go to the craft show. And from what I understand, the smaller auditorium where the tuba concert is going to be, they have all kind of wonderful live music, you know, for the holidays, holds at least 500. And from what I understand, they sell out every year. And then you're going to get the people who are there just for the craft show. The spots are expensive. They start at $60 and I believe go all the way up to $250. I was fortunate enough to get an $80 spot, and it's in the main room where the show's going to be. So I'm not going to be in a hallway. I have a funny feeling I have a lot of product because I didn't sell anything last time. I only sewed 2 items at the last craft show, but I am going to make some things to fill in. I'm going to make just a few more table runners, which I already have them quilt tops done. I just have to finish them. I have some ideas to make some ornaments that I'm going to have my daughters help me make. I have to dig those globes out of the basement today and get prepped for that. So it should be a good show, and I'll keep you posted. But that's at the very end of November, November 30th, the weekend of Thanksgiving. So, and I won't have any help that day. Both my daughters will be working. They work at a local tree farm over the holidays, so that's the weekend of Thanksgiving. They're slammed. And my sister and her family all goes to Columbus for their family Thanksgiving the weekend after the actual day of Thanksgiving. So I won't have any help. I'll be setting up by myself and running my table by myself. Now, it is going to be busy. I'm a little intimidated by that. However, my daughters are going to have everything prepped for me. My PayPal is in place on my phone. My Square app is downloaded. Everything will be ready. I'll have my money box ready. And then you always make friends with the people next to you, the other vendors. So if I need to run to the bathroom, that sort of thing, I can always take a little break and give them a break. So I think it'll be, I think even though it's going to be very busy, I think it'll be manageable. So I'm looking forward to it, and I'll keep you posted about how that goes. So I guess I just needed to talk some things out today a little bit. I'm very grateful. My handyman's coming over today to fix that pipe, and that's been a little bit of a stress on me, thinking about, what if it gets worse. But he's going to take care of it all today in one day. And he's been a friend of the family for many, many, many years. So even though payday isn't until the end of the week, he's like, don't worry about it. Pay me when payday comes. So I'm very, very, very grateful. So this way, all I have to think about is getting some repairs done on the car before the snow starts flying. But I woke up this morning and the snow was flying already, so that's how it goes. I hear people stirring, so I'm going to let you go. I'm sure I've woken them up enough already. I just wanted to share those few things with you this morning. It is about 4:30 in the morning. My name's Angela Davis, and I'm the 4am Quilter. Happy sewing. Have a good day today, and thanks for listening. And remember, why sleep when you can sew? Bye.